Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture to see how those incidents affect our daily lives. Listen, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you subscribe, you'll be opened up to a plethora of playlist where I have reviewed movies, television series, and also my pop culture chats. If you like it, please tell a friend, tell your family, tell a friend. You can even tell that heifer that you can't stand that I am over here making these videos, child. All right. New show alert, 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 alert. Listen, we got a new show that we're going to be going over. We're going to be going over Summer House Martha's Vineyard. This is a show that comes on Peacock. Apparently, it is a spin-off show from another show called Summer House. And I think that has like 3, 4, 5 seasons. I'm going to check it out. I don't think that I'm going to review that show. But this particular show, Summer House Martha Vineyard, is in its first season. Uh, it drops episodes every Monday. So I found out about this show a couple of days ago. So I'm on season 1, episode 1 is called Not Your Mama's Vineyard. So what I want to do within this video is to go over the people who are participating in this show. And once I do that, I don't have their pictures and things like that. Well, I guess they're standing right behind me. So I'll try my best to kind of point to who I'm talking to, who I'm talking about. Yeah, let's try my best, job. All right. So what I want to do with this episode is to go over who the people are as far as just a little blurb of who they are. And then kind of go over just a little bit of the first episode. I'm going to do in depth the first episode and the second episode after this video. So, and we probably will be caught up from 1 through 5 because I think the fifth episode comes out on Monday. So by the time the middle of the week, I will be caught up with most of the episodes because this is going to be a new show alert. This is going to be a new summer show, and I'm excited about that. Also, I want to talk about that. I will be reviewing. Lord, what is the name of that show? The spinoff for Sex in the City. I reviewed it last year, but the name has just escaped me. I thought I had written it down, but I have not. But that's okay. I will be reviewing that show, and it comes out towards the end of the month. So I think we're pretty good as far as this summer with some summer shows and things like that that we can review until we get into the fall season. So, how the show comes on. I am making the assumption that one of these cast members within this show is had been part of the summer house, uh uh the the main summer house before, and they got their own spinoff. But like I said, I did not watch the other show to understand that. I saw this as I was perusing through something else on Peacock, and I was like, oh, I could review this. I can really watch this and review this. So, like I said, the re I will also go on why I thought this show was something to review. Uh, I reviewed last year Our Kind of People, and Our Kind of People was a show about the African American elite in Oak Bluffs, and this is a real life reality show about Oak Bluffs and about people who rent homes and things like that that live in Oak Bluffs. So like I said, most of the elite, particularly those that live probably from Virginia up, they go to Martha Vineyards or they go to the Hamptons. And I don't know if one is more elite than the other, but we are definitely, this is giving me Our Kind of People vibes, and I like that show. So I am going to review this show with you all. All right, let's go over here. So, the main characters within this show, we have Silas and Jasmine. Now, apparently, Silas and Jasmine uh, are newlyweds. They just got married last year. This is a tradition for them, particularly Silas, because he made mention that he's been coming to Oak Bluff, Martha's Vineyard, since 2013. Jasmine has been coming for a period of time. Jasmine is the linchpin of this group. So she is pretty much friends with most of the people here. There are some um, other people, but usually she is the one that's mostly friends with everyone here. Now, Jasmine says that at one point in time, she was a Playboy bunny at the Playboy house somewhere up north. I'm going to assume that it was in New York City. And this is where she met most of the girls. All right. So then, like I said, Silas, let me see if there's more information about Silas. I know Silas is an Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, and he has invited his attorney friend Preston, who is also part of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. Uh, that's pretty much what they had about Preston. Also, I think Preston is part of the LGBTQIA community, and again, he's a frat brother. But that's all I know. Um, Silas is an investment banker, and Jasmine is an author, and she is a social media person. I think that's what it said on the screen. So then we have Bria. Bria is a fashion entrepreneur that's currently living in Germany. She is a friend of Jasmine. Actually, she is so it's Bria, Jasmine, and Jordan that worked in the Playboy house. Bria is more so a friend of Jordan than she is of Jasmine, even though that they all work together. So as far as that friend group concerned, is Jordan is the linchpin within that friend group. Bria, she comes, and one of the things that they are doing in this episode, and this is how I'm able to talk about each one of them, they are talking about them as they come in and as they pick their bedroom that they want to live in. So Bria comes, and Bria comes with her dog Milo. Now, initially, Jasmine is concerned about, why is she bringing a dog, but Bria mentions that this is her emotional support animal. And so, what are you going to do about that? And so Bree was I mean, Jasmine was okay. But Jasmine felt like she should have just had said that she was going to bring an animal to the function, because everybody, you just don't know. Those are questions that you have to ask, because you don't know who's allergic to dogs. You don't know who's afraid of dogs. You really don't know that. So that is something that if you're going if you're going to a function or a house or something like this, you really do need to coordinate that information with the host. So therefore that you can plan accordingly with your dog. So then we have Jordan, who's a model and a DJ. Now, her claim to fame, as she says, is that she was a Playboy cover girl, and she was one of the last Playboy cover girls on an issue. Um, I didn't know Playboy had gone out of style, or the publications had stopped, but that's what she says. She also says she's a DJ. One of the things about Jordan is that Jasmine's husband Silas has an issue with her, and we will go over that issue as we go on. I also want to mention Nick and Alex. Now, Nick and Alex are frat brothers. Nick is a sports brand manager, and he is a very fashionable person. He's very fashionable conscious. He is a member of the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, and he has brought his frat brother Alex, who is an advertising exec. He's also a member of the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. He is a person that is very body conscious. So he says that he doesn't drink excessively. He eats very healthy, and so That's something that he has talked about, and that's something that you can see. And then we have Amir. Now, I'm not sure whose friend Amir is, but he's a real estate agent back in Texas. Amir states that he is Black and Lebanese. He states that he is not very close to his father or doesn't even know his father's family. His mother is Lebanese, his father is Black. Um, he's cute. Well, he's friends with Nick, excuse me. So Nick invited him. Uh, he's talking about, he's spent most of his life with his mother and his mother's culture. He speaks Arabic, and that he has come because he wants to, experience, I guess, Black folks in I was about to say in their natural habitat, but Nick invited him to come, and he just wanted to be around, some Black folks because he has not been around a lot of Black folks because I don't know exactly what happened between his mother and his father. And then we have Mariah. Now, Mariah is a college roommate to Jasmine. She is a nurse and she's also a screenwriter. One of the things I do want to mention is that Jasmine and Mariah wrote a screenplay or a treatment about their adventures when they were in New York. Apparently, while they lived in New York, they were homeless and they were still working. And so they are writing a screenplay to talk about that issue, or a television series to talk about how that came about. Now, I've gone over I've gone over who are the participants in this. So let me go over what the initial conflicts are. Now for Silas, this is Jasmine's husband. Now he, if the picture behind me, he is the man on the end with the blue shirt and the white pants. That's Silas. Jasmine is actually at the opposite end with the white halter top. Let's see if I get it right here. That's Jasmine. Excuse me, Jordan. And I think I'm gonna mess her name up, and I don't want to. That's Jordan. Uh I can't see where Jasmine is. I have to figure it out because my picture is a little blurry. When I find a better picture of this, I will put this up behind me. But Silas has an issue with Jordan because Jordan was Jasmine's party friend. And apparently he has had a bug stuck up his tail about Jasmine going out with Jordan, and something about that they had gotten free drinks or something like that. He was very upset that they were hanging out, and he doesn't really want her Jasmine to hang out with Jordan because of the fact that, she's Jasmine is married now and Jordan is not, and that Jordan I guess because of who she is and her lifestyle, she has access, I guess, to a lot of men, and he does not want Jasmine to be around a lot of men. That's what it seems like. They talked about, well, as a man, it's my job to protect and provide and offer protection, and I can't protect Jasmine if she is somewhere where I don't have uh, visual I can't visualize where she's at. And with Jordan, I guess he's making the statement that Jordan character or personality is, if there are men around, she's going to try to introduce Jasmine to other men, but Jordan knows that Jasmine is married. They are eating so this subject came up while they were at dinner, and Silas had made mention to that, and Jordan took offense to that. Jordan was like, "Wait a minute, hold up. I have to matriculate through this world right now as a single woman, so I am very protective of myself and the people who are around me. So if I'm that way, I am definitely not going to try to introduce Jasmine to some just odd foreign and uncouth people." And she felt kind of a way, like he was acting like he's basically saying he can't trust his wife around Jordan. So that's going to be interesting because Jordan and Jasmine are close friends. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. We see. let me see. We see Alex and Amir that they like Jordan, and so I guess they're making a play for Jordan. So we're gonna see how that pans out. Preston, mm, I hadn't got a real feel of Preston, so let's just continue. Also, let's go with Mariah. Nick tried to make a play for Mariah, and that didn't work out. Also, we see that Mariah was the one that brought up the issue about the dog to Jasmine. And I mean, make it to the point where she needed Jasmine to talk to Bria about the dog. Now, the way Mariah brought it up was once she realized that once Mariah realized that Jasmine did not know that Bria was going to bring the dog, it became this big issue. They were meeting in the sunroom about it because initially Mariah and Jasmine went to the sunroom because they were going to continue to write on their television program or treatment or whatever it is that they're writing on. And they went in there and there was dog hair on the seat. And so Mariah was the one that made the initial um statement about the hair and statement that she didn't like all that and she didn't because it's basically Mariah doesn't like the dog and she has some way made it or stated the information to Jasmine and Jasmine has taken up, oh well, I didn't want the dog here either, da 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 da. So initially they were talking to Bria, but they kind of ganged up on her because I think what it was is that I personally think that at that first night I think Jasmine should have sat down with Bria and has explained to her, listen, we don't know if there are people here who like dogs or not. So you may need to tread lightly with your dog and getting your dog in front of people. And like I said earlier before, Bria should have contacted Jasmine to see if it was okay to bring her emotionally support animal. And if Bria would have made mention like, yeah or no, it might not be okay, then that would have allowed Bria to make a decision about whether or not that she was going to come because I do understand that she was coming from Germany and some people need their emotional support dogs on the plane. But Mariah mentioned it in a way of it just seemed messy. I will say that. It just seemed a little messy how Mariah mention the situation. And again, like I said, Jasmine mentioned that with Bria. Now, that's the one thing that I appreciate with Jasmine. Even though if her delivery is wrong or not, she's still going to take it to that. She still took it to Bria in a way for Bria to understand it. However, uh Mariah is just a little messy to me. It's something about Mariah that's a little messy and self-centered. So we're going to see exactly if what I'm looking at is the same. Is what I'm getting at. Let me see. So even with this dog issue, Bria, like I said, everyone confronted Mariah and Jasmine along with Preston confronted Bria about the dog. Like I said, Jasmine feels like she's in a better place with Bria about the dog, but Bria's still feeling some kind of way, so she calls her boyfriend Simon and she lets him know about what's going on with the dog. And she's feeling some kind of way. My only thing is, just limit to where the dog is going to be. The dog does not have to be in the sunroom. The dog does not have to be all those different places. If you watch the show, you see that Bria has a playpen for the dog. Allow that dog to be in that playpen, take the dog out, use the bathroom, clean up after the dog. And like I said, I don't know anything about emotional support animals, but I am assuming that the dog doesn't have to be everywhere you are in one home. That she can kind of limit the dog going through the house. It doesn't appear that people are afraid of the dog, but it does appear that everyone is not wanting to have the dog running around because then there's a level of responsibility that they feel that they're going to have. So They want the comfortability of being able to walk out the back door. And if the dog goes out the door, they don't want to be responsible if the dog runs away or whatever is going on with this doggone dog. So that is basically it. That's just the basic introduction of these characters. Let me see. As you see back here, I'm going to find a better picture and a series of pictures so I can get their names and their faces out to you all so you all will know greatly who I am talking about. I am excited about this show. I hope you will tune in to my reviews of this show. Like I said, it comes out every Monday, so I want to be able to have a review up on Tuesday. So this Monday, this show is coming out, and I think it's currently in episode 4. So I'm going to watch the other episodes. So hopefully by next week, we will be on par every week for the show. All right. Tell me if you all have Peacock and tell me if you all are watching the show. If not, are you interested in what I'm watching? Let me know down here in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Again, thank you all for my 200 subscriber. I am on a quest for 1,000. So please help me reach that goal. You see it tickling down at the bottom, the ticker down at the bottom. Again, so please support the channel, hit the like button, and subscribe. Once you subscribe, you will be opened up to a plethora of playlists. And these playlists are all the movies and television shows that I have reviewed, plus the pop culture chats that I have done on different celebrities that are out here doing whatever it is they do it, child. All right. We do this every week. And as always, people, bye bye.